Hello everybody and welcome back to another unboxing video. Today I have here a very old, apparently a Reeboks kit of Airfixes 172nd Bristol 192 Belvedere. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Belvedere is my best guess. This is a model kit of a very early British helicopter that, according to on the side, says that it was the first tandem rotor that entered service in '61 and was used in the Malaysia conflict by the RAF, and I think also in Malaysia, not Malaysia, or said Malaysia, I think also in Yemen during the insurgency in Aden. But after that, it only saw service in civilian service and then quickly phased out. There's one that still exists, I believe, and it's not this one right here, but it has like a nice camel scheme from the Malaysia conflict. So we look at the front of the box. It has a very nice picture, a drawing. It doesn't say painting, I think this is. It doesn't say who the painter is, but it shows the Bristol. And I don't know, I would have to suspect somewhere over southern England, maybe. Or maybe this is Wales, I'm not sure. This is actually a skill level 3 kit, so this is honestly one of their harder ones. Model kit, Matika Moter, Multibalts. On this side, it has the same Airfix logo. History, which I just said, same thing. And then again, model kit, Makita Monte, Multibalts, Modelo Escala, Valve Model, Matik para Motan, Class Bagats, Rakan Suraria, Modelo para Construir, Modelo Bigas Sats, and I can't read Greek well. And then it has this flying hour thing. Now, I don't have an Airfix account. I'm a part of the Airfix Club, but apparently you can turn this into the Airfix Club and get some goodies, or you can turn it into, I think it's Models for Heroes. I can't remember exactly, but I don't know if these older kits, you can do the same thing. But this is, if you compare this to the recent one, I'm not sure if it's the same thing. You would have to tell me in the comments if you can still use this and send it for either the club or Models for Heroes. I think that's what it's called. And CSD 172nd. This side is just the same thing as the front. And on this side, so upside down, it has a list on the Humbrol stuff. And again, a plethora of different languages, including Turkish in this one. On this side, it has the Humbrol paints that I think these are the Humbrol paints that you're gonna have to use. 8 and up, and then it has the dimensions right here. It is 200 millimeters wide and 123 millimeters in length. Now, there are apparently 2 versions, and I think these are the ones that are in the kit. Version 1 is H1 XG448 Development Trials Aeroplane and Armament Experimental Establishment Bescom down late 1959, and another one is the XG454 Training Unit RAF Oldham October 1960. It has 50 parts in it, and this side is just the same as the other. On the back, it has a more general history of the actual aircraft, helicopter I should say, and again, the Humbrol paints. Now, I never used Humbrol paints, so I don't have any. But without that, let's get inside the box itself. I had looked at this before, and I have to say, parts are in pretty good shape. So I'll just go over these things that I pulled out first so I don't get everything mixed up. So I'm not sure, this sprue here has some of the rotors for the main propellers. Now there are 2 sets, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. I'm not sure if these are the front or back. They might be the same. These right here, I believe, are part of, I'm taking a good look, of the landing gear that the helicopter has. This is also a part of the rotor. These are, and I think these are also the doors that go to on the side of this exact helicopter. And these right here, I'm not sure, wheels, seats, and 2 pilot figures that it comes with now. You can see them pretty well. These are not RAF. These are, from what I can tell, like actual pilot figures. Can I get that in good quality? Maybe, but you can see that they have like suits on. So I don't know if you would want to like still use them, or maybe you want to switch them out for some actual RAF pilots. Here we have the on my lips. The plastic parts on there are two. These, the only one just fell off. This is obviously the front window piece that goes on, and then these are all the side ones. I think there's also another one that's supposed to come with this, but it also broke off. And honestly, putting my finger through it, these are some pretty good clear pieces. You can see right through them. Very nice. The sprue right here, which I'm looking at now, is the other set of rotors, more parts for the landing gear. Again, not sure what this is. And then these right here, I believe, are for the actual cockpit itself. There doesn't seem to be an actual interior in the helicopter, so I think this is probably the back wall, and there would be a door here, I suppose. I'm not sure what these are though, but once we look in the instructions, we'll get a nice, better look. So for what it is, it's some pretty good stuff. And let's take a look at the actual helicopter body first. They're basically the same on both sides, if you wanted to know. So let's look at one side. So we have the entire thing right here where the door would be, the front hatch, everything. And if we connect both of them, if I can line it up, you can see where all the, I'll need some cleaning up right there. It's pretty bad. And also the seam line is also pretty bad on this. Wow. At the top, we'll see where everything goes. This is probably ventilation along with this. Looking at the box art, these are probably ventilation areas where all the separate pieces to hold together the, because this is not like the lower half. I don't know what they're called. Oh, everything else just flew out. These things right here, I'm not sure what they're called. And then the propellers will go right here, doors, and then these are where the landing gear will all go. Honestly, it's also pretty wide. It is the second widest model kit I own. I own a 135th E75, and this is longer than it. So that's something. Cut that off in the corner. Before I look at these, I missed, yeah. There's a few more plastic parts. These fell out. That's another rotor, the other half of the cockpit glass, and then I'm not sure what this is. Probably what I didn't know what was like the side part. Actually, just like right there. So let's look at all these papers. Oh, here we go. Gifts worth collecting. Just count out the flying hours tokens on every pack and send them away for your Airfix exclusive gifts. This also has 2 flying hours. I don't know if you get these ones as well. And on the back it says what you can get. Dog tag. Let me put it to the camera more so you can see that if the lighting doesn't bother. Here you go. Yeah, wear your dog tag with pride. Junior pilots. Stainless steel dog tag. Baseball cap classic. Headgear for off-duty pilot. A watch, synchronized watch, and loop the loop. And a catalog which has over 200 beautifully detailed kits and supermodels. And apparently all prices include postage and package. So for the dog tag, you would have to waste. It's 1 token, £2. Baseball, 2 tokens, £2.50. £2 50 pence. £5, and then supermodels catalog is £2 and 75 pence. Pretty good. But I don't have any pounds. I don't think these can even work because they're older ones. And also says on here, this offer applies to the UK and Northern Ireland only. Return this form with your tokens and payment to allow 28 days of delivery. And I suppose this is where you turn it into. Humble, I don't know what LTD stands for. Marfelt Hull, H95NE, England. What's this right here? Can't read Swedish. I have no clue what this is. I think this is like the instructions or warning. Oh, here you go. Para que juegas, siempre un placer. Preocupación. Or there's Spanish, there's English at the bottom. Yeah, there's the basic warning, caution. Same thing in Spanish, English. I think this is not Swedish. Danish, Greek. What else we got here? Von Moth. For German. Oh, it says German, French. Oh my God. Swedish, Finnish, Dutch, Norwegian, Portuguese. What's this one right here? Italian. Not bad. Oh, these are the decals. All right. Just comes with it. So you put that in the corner right here. And you can see the decals here. And these are honestly some pretty good looking decals. Bristol, Westland, Belvedere, 03002. So we have all the things that you would need for all the marking guides. You have to actually but make the RAF logo yourself. It doesn't come as one piece. You have to place this and then the red dot in the middle. Same with these ones right here. The symbol in the back for identification. And then in the inside, we have all the little warning guides. And I think there's also a panel in here somewhere. Maybe this? I can't see it that well. But a bunch of other warning guides that would go around the propellers. And I also believe doors. So that's pretty good. Parts replacement. This is a very old kit, so I don't think this would actually work. And then we have 2 instruction booklets, I think these are. Or are these come broken? I think they came broken. I think that's, yeah. Let's look at this one now. Yes, it has the kit number up here. The kit itself, Airfix, and then the plethora of languages. I'm not going to say them all again. Oh my god, this thing is like so confusing. More languages, and then this is one of the color options, like painting guides that you can do. It says the Humble paints down here in the corner. 24, 27, 33, 53, 56, 61, 64, 96, 130, and 171. With the Ottenham October 1960. I think this is the one. It is not the one that actually came on the box. Which means that the one I was going to open before was the actual instruction guide. So let's take a look at that, with the one on the box being this one, which is, yeah, just calm down. Late 1959. So we have all the instructions here. Connecting the 2 halves. Yeah, this is the door, propellers, windows, ventilation. But I think what I would do is connect this first, but don't put on the glass until you paint the interior, the floor, and the wall, and the figures, so they can all be painted nicely. We continue on with these things. I have no idea what these are for. I don't know if you want to tell me what that is. What you would use for the wheels, which is that part I didn't know. On the other side, you have more details for the lower half of the, I guess, undercarriage of the helicopter. Running gears, parts for the crew itself. You can see that these are not actually RAF pilots, but just, I think, regular British airmen. Connecting the, oh my god, I'm losing my words. Connecting the cockpit. And it appears that there are 2 options. You can either do, it depends on how you want it actually. You can have the door closed since there's no interior. But if you want to, like, I don't know, have like one of the hatches open, there's 2 options you can use, either part 49 or part 48. The actual jig to keep the door open is the same. It's part number 50, but you have to choose between 49 or 48. And apparently, I don't know what this means. Maybe that's the color you would have to use, because there's 2 different ones here. But I think you have to choose either or. I think it also depends on which model you're going to make of this helicopter. Building the rudders for both sides, and also, yep, shows the hatch open and actually different parts for, I'm not sure what appears to be the exhausts. Yes, these appear to be the exhaust right here. You would have to choose between your own, I think, or you have to drill it out, is what it says. Yep, and then that's it. That was enough. Yep, that was enough rambling on about this kit. It is very nice. It is very nice. It was like a very quick kit to finish. And it wasn't used in many conflicts. It was only used in Malaysia, and I'm also believing Aden. So you can do one of those. And it was also used in civilian service. And it only has 2 marking guides, but for what it's worth, The decals look pretty good, so you won't have trouble using these. And this will be a pretty good round piece. This is also a very rare helicopter. It is very much dwarfed by the Westland Wasps and the British version of the Apache that are greatly used or were used by the RAF. More than this, I do believe. So this is obviously has a less known history, but it was one of their first, it says here, tandem rotor helicopters. And I think also the Westland is a tandem rotor, and the Wasp, I do believe they're both tandem rotors. But for being the first, this is a pretty good feat. This is, if you not sure how wide it is, or 200 millimeters. If you have a MI8 and 1/72nd, this is smaller than that. If you have a T62 and 1/35th, it is about, I'd say, 4 millimeters longer than it, 2 maybe. So it gives you a general idea of how wide this will be. Also right here, just show the distance between my hands and the book itself. It's basically like an inch off. So without further ado, that's the end of the video. I really do hope you enjoyed watching this unboxing. I'm sorry I take these videos on for too long. I like to talk about the kit itself, the instructions, what it has, and a whole lot. And I won't be doing a build on this. I will be doing a build on the MiG. I'll get that done maybe after Easter break. I'll be going to, celebrating it, Good Friday, the whole lot. So I really do hope you guys stay tuned. I will make that video come out, I promise. And please subscribe, like the video, stay tuned for when I do eventually upload new ones. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.